Hi and welcome to today's video, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Becca and I do toilet videos, art and just some random life stuff. And in this video I will share the last car boot sale of the year for me. It's getting cold here in Sweden, so the car boot sales are slowly ending. It's been a great season, it's been so much fun, and was the last time I went. So I went on a Sunday instead of the Saturday. I usually go Saturdays just because there's more people there, and when I go on Saturdays I go a bit early, and then I went to Sunday. I kind of forget that they start a bit later. People arrive later with their cars and set up later, so when I got there was not a lot of tables out yet. There were quite a lot of people like visiting, but there wasn't a lot of tables up, and you can see a lot of them wasn't even finished. They were still packing up, and first I was kind of bummed out. I didn't want to walk around for so long to just look at people setting up when, there's not that much to look at, and there are like a lot of people like flocking to the newly set up tables, kind of blocking the site and kind of digging through things while the person is packing up, and it's just like a not so very nice atmosphere, I think. I know a lot of seller gets a bit annoyed with it, so I didn't want to walk around there to bother people and have nothing to look at. So first I thought should I just go home? This was kind of a waste of my time, but then decided to just go back in my car and watch YouTube for 45 minutes. So I sat there alone in my car and did nothing for a while, and it actually worked kind of nice, because when I had watched my videos I went back and there were a lot more people, and more tables have set up and they were finished, and some tables were still arriving with their cars and such, so it was a nicer atmosphere. And there were a lot of clothes here, a lot of plates and dishes and such, and not a lot of toys that it usually been. In the middle of the summer and in the beginning there were a lot more toys. I guess that's when people sort out their kids' rooms and such, and now when fall is coming, I guess there weren't as many people doing that. But I did find a few nice things. Mostly here you kind of can see there were not a lot of toys overall. Usually there would be a lot of baby toys and just for smaller kids, because that's what people sort out a lot, that and baby clothes. But there wasn't really much there anyway. So I just walked around and I did find some few good finds in the end, which is always nice. And you kind of can see there is getting a lot more people and just, having a nice atmosphere. The one thing that I had a hard time with was I found a seller who had some vintage action figures, and I had no idea how much they're worth, because I usually do more stereotypical girly toys, and I was oh, I don't know what to pay for them. And she was oh, how much do you want to give for it? I was 10 each, I don't know, and she got super offended and mad, and I was damn, I have made an very bad offer and offended her. And then she was really rude about it, and then she's 15. I was that's no different at all. Why are you getting upset? I thought I was offering her 10 on something she wanted 100 for. Anyway, I ended up getting those, so you will see them in a bit. I didn't have a huge haul. You can see my little bag here. I didn't get, as I said, a lot of things, but the first thing that I will show you is this Geomag Set. If you're not familiar with these are magnetic toys. They have some round magnets and then these little staff magnets, and this one was unopened and hopefully gonna sell it closer to Christmas. I got this random Hello Kitty piggy bank for 10 crowns. I sold it with some other Hello Kitty figures that I will show you in a moment. Didn't go as high. I usually sell quite well with the Hello Kitty figures and such, but this time not so much. They were cheaper items. The figures I think were a few McDonald's figures and such. I also found some Monster High dolls. I paid 40 crowns for the whole box, and you can see how much I sold it for. So it was a set of Create Your Monster and then some extra Create Your Monster like skeleton figures. So you can see this is the Blob figure and Blob Girl and Ice Girl, I think they were called. And then also a Draculaura doll. I paid, as I said, 40 for them, the whole box with all of the accessories, and sold them on my Etsy shop. So the Blob and Ice Girl, they were complete, but with no like clothes or anything like that, and no accessory. It had this stand, which I'm actually not sure if it came with these dolls or not. So I sold them and the extra skeleton parts in a lot, and then I sold the Draculaura doll by herself. And I've been having quite fun with getting a few Monster High dolls, as long as I can get them cheap. They don't sell for a ton of money. I usually sell them around 150 crowns each, and maybe buy them from anything between like 10 to 50 crowns, so I still make a nice profit. I did keep this box that I had them in because I didn't want to lose any of the small accessories, so I just put this little box on my shelf, and it looks a bit silly. I did find another Yoo-Hoo and Friends plushie. In the start of my Etsy shop, I sold these quite well. Now it's been a while since I sold any, but I usually get them cheap, and this is super cute. It's like a little frog one, and I just thought that was adorable. Here are the rest of the little Hello Kitty figure things I got. So there were some McDonald's stuff and like one other random doll figure thing. Sold them quite cheap, didn't make a lot of money on it, but you know, sometimes that happens. It's hard to see like through the bags, like if there are McDonald's figures or not, and I guess I just missed that. And here you can see the action figures that I talked about. So this is a Transformer figure, which, you know, didn't have any accessories, but it looked nice. I paid 100 crowns for all of them, including these Master of the Universe figures. I sold them in a lot. I could probably made a little more if I sold them one by one, but I didn't want to do the hassle. Since I don't do a lot of action figures, none of these had the accessories, so I just thought it would be easier to sell them together. So I sold the Master of the Universe together and then the Transformer by itself. And I got a nice profit out of that. It was a easy sell. So this haul and this car boot was like 2 weeks ago, and I sold everything almost from this haul except for the Yoo and Friends one and the Geomag things. So I just sent all of these out actually this last weekend. I also got a bag of Dollhouse Furnitures. So there were quite a mix of furniture, some in plastic and some in wood and such. So there were quite a mix and also some size difference. But I did just end up selling it in a lot. I have bought like similar amount of Dollhouse furniture before, and I sell them for around 200 crowns, which is what these sold for. I did not sell the rugs since I wanted to keep them for myself. Good Dollhouse rugs are kind of hard to find and kind of pricey, so I could probably sell both of these rugs like by themselves or in a pack of 2 for 60 crowns, but I wanted to keep them for myself since I don't have a lot of rugs left. I used to have a lot more of them before I stopped collecting, and now I've slowly started a little bit, so I'm gonna keep those. And that's my whole haul and like a little snap from the car boot sale. As you can see, the car boot sales this time was kind of a bummer. Just a lot of household things and things I don't sell because I have no idea what they are. But I found a few different things, and it was just a nice end of the season. I did find some things that I sold for a good profit instead of finding like a lot of small stuff that I get a little bit of profit on. So overall, I am happy with the haul and the sale I did. And yeah, that's basically it for today. If you want to see more of my reseller videos, I will leave a link down below to that playlist. Also, I have a lot of other toy related videos and some art related videos if you want to see that. So if you want to keep up with my new updates, please feel free to subscribe. And if you have anything to say, just leave it down in the comments down below. And that's everything for today. I do hope you have a lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.